Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Eala absorbs humbling Italian Open loss as Marta Kostyuk shifts focus to doubles stint with Coco Gauff. Eala had no answers against Ukrainian hitter Marta Kostyuk in her debut match at the Italian Open, 0-6, 1-6 at the Grandstand Arena on Wednesday, early Thursday morning, Manila time. Eala, 19, couldn't catch a break against the more experienced Kostyuk, who needed just over an hour to eliminate the promising Filipino talent. Set 1 lasted just 31 minutes as Kostyuk blanked Eala in a humbling loss since the 19-year-old's pivotal run to the semifinals in the Miami Open, where she leaped into stardom after big wins over players like Madison Keys and Iga Swiatek. But it was Kostyuk who brought the Filipina hitter crashing back down with a masterclass in Rome. Fortunately for Eala, she avoided being swept completely when she broke the Ukrainian serve in Game 6 of Set 2, 1-5. The win only delayed the inevitable, though, as Kostyuk marched on to win and broke Eala's serve right back after. Eala thus suffers a big setback right before she makes her long-awaited debut at the French Open later this month. The 19-year-old had just risen to a new career-high ranking of World No. 70 in the WTA rankings released Monday. Eala rises to World No. 70 in WTA rankings ahead of Italian Open. Eala now shifts her focus on the doubles tournament, where she will team up with Roland Garros doubles champ Coco Gauff. This will be the first time Eala partners with the former World No. 2 in singles. Gauff is also a one-time Grand Slam winner in singles after winning the U.S. Open back in 2023. The red clay of Rome has a way of humbling even the brightest stars. For 19-year-old Eala, it was a lesson that came in the form of a swift and clinical defeat at the hands of Ukrainian powerhouse Marta Kostyuk, in a match that never quite tilted her way. It was Eala's first Italian Open main draw singles match, a milestone by any measure. But by the end of a tough hour and 17 minutes, her dream run was halted with a 6-2, 6-3 defeat. And yet, as she walked off the clay, eyes steady, chin lifted, the story wasn't just about losing. It was about what comes next. Because for Eala, defeat isn't an ending. It's a turning point. And she's already turned the page. Her next chapter, a shot at redemption, chemistry, and doubles glory. As part of a sizzling partnership with American star Coco Gauff, a learning curve on center court, Eala entered the match against World No. 20 Marta Kostyuk with momentum. She had climbed into the WTA live rankings top 65 and was quickly becoming the most watched Filipino athlete in global sport. But Kostyuk came in with fire. She controlled the baseline early, using depth and aggression to pin Eala back. The rallies were intense, a few stretching beyond 25 shots, but the Ukrainian had answers for everything. Eala's backhand, usually a weapon, was rushed. Her serve lacked its usual bite, and while she showed flashes of brilliance, including a trademark down-the-line winner that drew gasps, it wasn't enough to tilt the tide. "It's a tough loss," she admitted afterward. "Marta played incredible tennis. I didn't execute the way I wanted. But that's tennis. It teaches you quickly. Poise in the face of pressure." For many players, a first-round loss at a big WTA 1000 event might sting for days. But for Eala, whose maturity has always exceeded her age, the mindset is different. "I see these matches as building blocks," she said in her post-match presser. "The best in the world didn't get there without losses like this. I'm just trying to learn fast." Her coach, seated courtside during the match, echoed that sentiment. "It's clay. It's Rome. These courts test your mental game more than anything." She held her own in many rallies. The difference was experience. And now, Eala's experience bank has grown, and her perspective remains grounded. Because she knew something else was waiting. Something exciting, energizing, and potentially even more memorable. Shifting gears, the Coco Connection. Just hours after her singles exit, Eala was already back on the practice courts, not for redemption, but for reconnection. Her doubles campaign with Coco Gauff, the American superstar and reigning U.S. Open champion, was just beginning. And in that arena, there was no time to dwell. Singles is tough, but doubles is where I get to reset, Eala said, tying her laces during warm-ups. And playing with Coco, that's a gift. Their partnership, forged just days before the tournament, had already drawn buzz. Gauff, known for her explosive play and global presence, and Eala, a rising symbol of Southeast Asian tennis pride. It's the kind of duo that ignites headlines and highlights alike. And now, with the weight of singles off her shoulders, Eala could focus on the joy of the game. Inside the practice court, laughter, learning, and laser focus. Walking into their doubles session felt like entering a different world. The pressure was lighter, the mood brighter. Coco cracked jokes between volleys. Alex grinned and responded in kind. But make no mistake, they practiced like contenders. Quick net exchanges, return drills, shadow poaches, communication tweaks. She's so sharp at the net, Gauff said of Eala. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't played together before. Eala laughed. I think I was too shy to ask. Girl, you better text me next slam, Gauff replied, pointing her racket like a promise. They practiced like they'd known each other for years. There was rhythm. There was trust. And most importantly, there was synergy. The power of duality. The contrast between the two couldn't be clearer. And yet, that's exactly what makes them dangerous. Gauff, 21, bold and booming, thrives on tempo, emotion, and shot-making flair. Eala, 19, composed and calculating, plays with angles, depth, and quiet control. Together, they're a blueprint for modern doubles, a mix of athleticism and intellect, of instinct and execution. And now, with Eala laser-focused on this new opportunity, they might just make a run deep into the draw. She's got nothing to prove, but everything to gain, Gauff said of Eala. This is where we have fun. This is where we make noise. Redemption through rhythm. Eala isn't running from the Kostyuk loss. She's folding it into her next serve, her next swing. In doubles, she can take what she learned, the court positioning, the shot tolerance, the weight of world-class pace, and use it not to dwell, but to develop.